Hi, my name is Kayla Knipe, and throughout this video I'm going to be discussing 3 reoccurring themes that I found while doing my health and safety journal. These themes are negligence, workplace violence, and employees' rights. We will start by discussing the negligent examples. These issues happened from a disregard of the employee's concern, meaning that the employees brought a hazard to the attention of their manager or supervisor and they chose to do nothing about it. My first example is from Canada's Occupational Health and Safety magazine on November 11th, when an employee asked for a wrist rest and the company disregarded her complaint. This was a valid request because the employee was typing up documents for this company 8 hours a day every day she was at work. Since nothing was changed in her work environment, it resulted in a permanent injury to her wrist. This injury could have easily been avoided if the company gave her a wrist rest, which would reduce her ergonomic hazard and probably allow her to have better efficiency. Another example appeared in Canada's Occupational Health and Safety magazine on September 19th. In this article, bus drivers had complained that the new double-decker bus would be too top-heavy and would not stop in time in case of an emergency. The bus driver did not stop in time and drove right through a train guardrail. Due to the oncoming train, there was a collision. The bus driver, along with 5 passengers, died in the accident. If the company had taken the bus driver's concern seriously, this could have easily been prevented, and 5 innocent people would not have died. But because they didn't, they have to suffer the fact that they have an employee fatality. Secondly, we will discuss the examples of workplace violence, including sexual harassment. The first example appeared in Kingston's newspaper The Whig on October 18th. It discusses a police officer being accused of violence against coworkers. This included misusing a firearm, which is a personal protective equipment, otherwise known as a PPE. The firearm is supposed to be used to protect the public, not to harm their other coworkers, as all employees are supposed to feel safe and secure at work. This could have been prevented with proper control of firearms, like a lockbox that only allowed the guns to be out when they're outgoing to public, and with supervisors being more aware of what goes on in the station, so taking a more active role in being on the floor more so they can see how their employees are interacting. Another example appeared in Canada's Occupational Health and Safety magazine on September 30th. In the article, a female employee is being sexually harassed by a male employee. This includes calling her names like Irish skank and sending her pornographic photos. When this was brought to the supervisor's attention, they did nothing for the female employee who was already attending therapy for the incident and her attendance had started slipping. When the male employee was brought into the manager's office to discuss this incident, he was fired, but not for harassment. He was actually fired for not admitting to sending the pornographic photos. The situation could have easily been avoided by implementing consequences on the male employee immediately and by helping the employee through this difficult time and not letting her feel so alone. Workplace violence and sexual harassment policy would resolve both these issues, as it would require the employees to know these policies before they started working there. And immediately after hearing about these, you can take action and make the employees feel more like a family and not just like no good. Finally, the last theme throughout my article is rights being violated. All employees have 3 basic rights. They are the right to know, the right to participate, and the right to refuse unsafe work. The right to know is that the employee should be aware of any hazard they may come into on the workplace or work site. The right to participate is to be a part of the process of identifying and resolving health and safety concerns, like a joint healthy safety board. The right to refuse unsafe work is when an employee believes their work is dangerous and could cost them a severe injury or death, they can refuse to do that work until the hazard is solved. The first example appeared in Waterloo's newspaper The Record on October 3rd. A mail courier was burned by dry ice when delivering a package to a children's hospital. The courier had to be rushed to an adult's hospital immediately following the burn. This could have been prevented by having all package go through some sort of scanner or to provide all employees with a PPE to be worn at all times to prevent any kind of burn or any hazard like that. Due to the privacy of people's packages, in my opinion, providing a PPE would be the better choice because then all employees are protected no matter what is it, and you don't have to violate anyone's right by like searching their packages or anything. You can just make it mandatory in your policy that all employees need to wear these things for their own safety and not just for when they want to. So that is it for my video. Thanks for listening and have a good day.